Peace, family. So I'm back with another one. So today what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about there is growth in failure and there's growth in trying new things, you know what I'm saying? And I say this to say, like, a lot of things we do and experience in life, like, we wouldn't really know how to go about certain things if we didn't try it and experience it and fail a couple times trying it while we're going through the experience. So what I like to do for me when I had to think about these concepts in this process, or when I would just, be diving into my old past and shit, I would think about how I would play the game sometimes when I was younger with my older brother, 2 years older than me. And every time he would beat me in the game, I would figure out a new tactic so that way I would get better in the game, so that way I could figure out how to beat him. So after us playing for a while, I finally learned some new tricks and tactics and figured out how to beat him. But it took me a process. In order to get there, I had to continuously keep losing and to continuously keep retrying. I had to retry, I had to redo. It was a continuous process that I had to continuously go through. And I realized, like, getting to a space to where I was able to, like, beat him in the game, outside of him being witchy and cheating, so that way I wouldn't beat him, like knocking the controller out my hand or hit me in the chest or just doing something to, like, just stop me from beating him. I learned a lot from reflecting on that simple experience, and I just compile it because it was numerous of times me and him played the game and this happened, you know what I'm saying? But I looked at that even as in with my daughter as well too. It's like when she's doing something, and I realize, like, she's 6 now, but throughout her process, she's new to this earth, so she wants to give up or tap out sometimes when she was younger. But as she continued to grow and she saw how much I pushed her and supported her and how much she see daddy continuously staying consistent, it was like I could see her when she gets frustrated and then gets back down and retry it and redo it, the same process that we do. Now, I understand that physically that's what's happening, but spiritually, on a deeper level, when we fail, we open up our spirit realm for new ideas and almost like a fresh start. So every time you fail or you fumble, it's kind of like your spirit realm goes back into place, and it's like a restart. It's a refresh, a restart. You know what I'm saying? So understanding that you can continuously get a refresh and a restart, like, as long as you going into whatever you retrying and redoing and you making sure that you learned something from the first time you experienced it. So let's look at it. Let's say, like, you baked a cake or something and it didn't come out the way you wanted it to come out. From that experience, when you go to bake your next cake, you'll be able to remember the steps that you took that helped and worked, and the steps that I'm not sure if this was what made my cake not turn out the way it needed to turn out. But without failing, we don't really open up our minds to new ideas and that fresh start and redoing that space all over again. Now, if we tap out and we look at it as a failure, then that basically gives us a way to the opposition. Now we basically a quitter in the physical realm, but in the spiritual realm, you basically giving away your free will. Your free will is yours. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to hand it over. If they're bullying it from us because it's the system, that's one thing. But us just handing it over to them, like, that's not what we're gonna do. So that's why I know a lot of us, we say we learn from our experiences, because we understand that it opens up a whole nother avenue in your spiritual realm. Because once you do it one time, you basically are implanted with a blueprint. Even if it's not the right blueprint, you got a blueprint. So now you know how to take that approach. So if you take it the second time and it still don't work, now you got a blueprint to work with from your first trial, and then you got some corrections on your second trial. So that way when you get to your third trial, you should have more corrections. So it should keep going up until you get the outcome or results that you're looking for. And it's like, it's amazing seeing this happen with my mini, because this has always been me, but actually seeing the reflection of it. But like I was saying, like it's amazing just seeing her grow and comprehend this concept spiritually with the support. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always would think about, oh well, damn, I would be better if I had this kind of support, or things would be different if I had that kind of support. And in all actuality, once we have our little ones, I'm just fixing this a little bit. Once we have our little ones and the minis are here, then that's our chance. So with me used to rethinking those thoughts, I don't have to rethink them anymore, because I'm able to see it play out in real lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Her learning from her mistakes, you know what I'm saying, and from small failures. These are things that open up new portals and new avenues in the spiritual realm. That's why they always say you have to face your fears. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have nothing to fear but fear itself. Once you understand that fear is kind of connected to failure, you know what I'm saying? But you also have a whole nother light on the opposite end of failure. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that's how I always approach it, as this is a new experience. Like, all right, boom, I didn't win this time, or I didn't do great this time, you know what I'm saying? But when I come back around, I'm gonna make sure I'm ready the next time around. You know what I'm saying? So it's more so just understanding that you have to get your feet in the water. You know what I'm saying? You never gonna know how to swim if you don't get in and try. So for me, and I like to show my many and others around me that you have to dive in to try. You know what I'm saying? You can say it is a failure, but you learn from it as much as you possibly can, so that way you gain more knowledge. Failures kind of lead you to a lot more knowledge. If you think about it, how much stuff did you try and you wouldn't have gained the knowledge you gained if you did not try it? And I'm not saying that in the witchy terms, you know what I'm saying? We all, you know what I'm saying, we all chosen over here, so you know we vibrating up here, so I don't mean that in the witchy terms, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like everything else, you wouldn't have known. If I didn't get up and just start trying this, I didn't know if I was going to really feel the vibes myself, or if I feel like this was going to be something I should be doing, or sometimes it don't even feel like it matters if I fucking feel like doing it. It's a job, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a spiritual purpose, and that shit guides me. And if I don't do certain things, then I start to feel guilty. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like our failures, that's a whole new avenue opening up portals for a whole new blueprint. You know what I'm saying? A new thought, it expands your horizon, and it expands your spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying? Long as you're not failing and diving into the opposition tactics of pulling you down, saying, oh, you some shit, or you no good, or you shouldn't have did this, or you shouldn't have did that, or you knew this was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? All the witchy shit the opposition say when you at that median, you know what I'm saying, when you fail. Because it's really like a median, because you can get pulled down, but you can get your ass up, you know what I'm saying? And over here, we getting up, you know what I'm saying? We fighters, we warriors over here, so yeah, ain't nothing about that other extra shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we learn from it. I know I wouldn't be where I'm at today in life if I didn't go through the experiences and the failures that I went through and learned. You know what I'm saying? And gain more knowledge. I gained way more knowledge beyond I could ever even imagine if I didn't go through some of the things that I went through, you know what I'm saying? Or if I wasn't failing at some of the tasks that I was putting myself or applying myself to. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit comes into account, but we learn from our experiences and our failures open up new portals, and it gives you more access to more information. So a lot of the times you wouldn't even have the information you have if you didn't do the things you did that didn't work out, whether you continue to do it or you didn't continue to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't want to run it up too long, you know what I'm saying? Y'all tap into everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.